It's time for another Power Hour speed clean with me. I've got 1 hour. Let's get as much tidying, cleaning, laundry, all that kind of stuff done together. I am Ree from mummyof4.com. Let's get going. So we're starting in Zara's bedroom. Zara is my youngest and probably my messiest child, but that's just because she's little, so she needs a little bit of extra help to get tidy and organized. So let's just get on with it. It's looking a bit messy, but we can do something with this. I'm going to start with changing the bed, which means I've got to clear the bed. Now, my children like to have 11 billion teddies and things on their beds, and if that's what makes them happy and it means making the beds a bit more of a pain, then so be it, that's fine. So I am going to start by stripping the bed. And then what I always like to do, just to avoid hassle for future me, is to do up the poppers or the buttons on the bottom of the duvet cover, and this stops other things like pillowcases or whatever getting lost inside the duvet cover, because we've all been there, haven't we, where we haven't popped up a duvet cover and we've lost something inside it for ages. So now I'm going to grab the clean bedding, which I keep inside each of their bedrooms, and that way if we have got incidents in the night of something like vomit or whatever, I don't have to disturb the rest of the house. Now it turns out this bottom sheet belongs to Bella, so I'm just going to pop that in Bella's room for later. Back to Zara's room. So we're going to get out the duvet cover and pillowcase. I keep the pillowcases as like a case for the duvet cover. So I fold up the duvet covers and put them inside the pillowcases when I put them away, so it keeps it together as a set. I'm not actually changing the mattress protector or the pillow protectors this time. I kind of do that every other time, and I did it last time. So it's just the top pillowcase, not the pillow protector, and the top fitted sheet and not the mattress protector, if that makes sense. So each of the children like to have 2 pillows, so they have the plain pillowcase on the bottom, and then generally there's a like one pillowcase that comes with a single duvet set as a rule, and that goes on top. Just gonna get this done. You know, sometimes I'm really big on let's get the children to help and stuff, and today they're all playing pretty nicely, so I'm just gonna get on with it myself, to be honest, because I'm all for getting the children to help, and it's really good to get them involved, and I do that frequently, but you know, sometimes when you're just really short of time, it's quicker to just do it. So sometimes I do make that effort to involve them and get them to help and tidy up, and I do that. If you've seen other videos of mine, sometimes the children involved, sometimes they're not. It's generally a time thing, because unfortunately it's generally quicker to just do things yourself, but it does, you know, it does the children good to get involved too. So Bella's doing some drawing in the corner of her pretty messy bedroom. I'm actually going to do Bella's bed now and then go back to cleaning and tidying, because that way I can get a load of laundry on, and then the washing machine can be working while I am doing stuff, you see. So this is Bella's little box of bedding. I think she wants princesses. I mean, she's got Belle at the moment. Belle's her favourite. She wants different princess bedding, so the duvet cover's inside that pillowcase. There's another pillowcase. Okay, let's get it done. Strip Bella's bed and get that one changed. And you will probably notice actually these beds, they're IKEA beds, they're extendable. So Bella's, just for space, isn't fully extended. It looks really short, but I'm 5'4.5", 5'5". I can actually lie down in that bed without having, you know, without having to bend my knees. So at some point we'll have to extend the bed, I guess, if she grows taller than me, but I'm sure by that point I should just have a new bed anyway. But it works at the moment. And Zara's bed, just because her room is a bit longer, a bit bigger, has got a bit more space in it. I did talk to the children actually about maybe did they want to look at swapping rooms. They all said no, categorically no, they were happy where they were. The theory behind giving Zara the larger room when we moved into this house was that the bigger ones, I've always found, didn't want the little ones in their rooms touching their stuff. Oh, I've just found another pillowcase. Look, before we get back to this, I found another pillowcase, and I seem to remember why this was. This was because in the last house I had a double princess duvet cover, and it came with 2 pillowcases, and I gave away the duvet cover but kept the pillowcases. So Having said, there's a plain pillowcase on the bottom. I've got 2 of these so they can have 2 matching ones. Anyway, what was I even saying? I do this a lot. Oh yeah, room sizes. So the theory behind it was that the bigger ones never wanted the little ones in their bedrooms, and they thought the little ones would, you know, break their Lego, as has always been the fear with my children. The younger siblings are going to break their Lego. So when we moved to this house, Zara was 3 and still mischievous. So I thought, well, if we put the joint toys in Zara's room, Zara's not going to mind the bigger ones going in her room, and they can kind of use that as a communal play area. But then the smaller rooms, she's less likely to want to go in there, or more to the point, they're less likely to want her to go in there. So that's how it's been. And we did have this chat recently about swapping around again, and none of them were fussed at all, so we're staying put. Anyway, I've now got a load of laundry. Back to talking about what we're here to do, which is cleaning and sorting. So I've changed 2 of the beds, but no real cleaning or tidying is done. But before then, let's get a load on. So a lot of the brands, this is a bold pods box, have swapped to these cardboard boxes. What a clever design, you know, so it's still the click, so it's safe for children, but those little tabs stop it being openable. I just think that's really clever. Whoever designing that, genius. So we're going to get this washing on, get some fabric softener in there so the bedding smells lovely, and the washing machine can do its thing while I am getting on with it. I'm going to carry the vacuum cleaner upstairs with me because I'm going to need that shortly. I'm going to carry this up the stairs, and do you know what I'm going to do when I get up the top of the stairs? I'm going to realise that needs emptying and carry the base down, empty it, and then come back up. So William, having said I'm not getting children involved, William is going to just change his own bed. He's 11, he can do that himself, so he's going to change his own bed. I'm going to get on with doing the girls' rooms. So I am going to get Zara involved a little bit in the tidying. Didn't get her to do much in the way of changing the bed, but she can help tidy her room. So we recently did a big sort out with the bookshelves and things. We had a massive declutter. We gave, I'm not even sure how many boxes or baskets of books to school. I think that was a vlog rather than a speed clean, but where we were organising in it. Let me know if you've seen that one. Anyway, after we did that, she said to me, "Mummy, I love all my new books. I love like how tidy it is. I love my new library," she called it. And the truth is, there were no new books. There were about 50% of the books that there were earlier that day, but because she could only see books she now wanted to use, she felt like she had new stuff. So that's just the beauty of decluttering, really. Actually, by getting rid of stuff they don't need, they feel like they have more. It's madness, but it seems to be the way it works. So we've wiped the table. I keep going off on a tangent, stop talking about what I'm actually doing on the screen, and it's time to vacuum. Now, bear in mind, I'd emptied that vacuum container holder suction unit collector device. What's it even called? the chamber that sucks all the fluff into it. Anyway, I emptied that before I started cleaning just now, so we're going to see how much fluff it sucks up. I have a feeling it's going to be a shameful amount of fluff, like an embarrassing amount of fluff sucked up off the carpets, of dirt off the carpets. So this is not, by the way, an in-depth clean my whole house, so it's perfect kind of video. This is a super realistic power hour. I've got an hour. I'm going to rush around and get as much as I can done, because then we've got other things we need to get done and do and whatever, you know, because life and parenting. So sometimes whatever you can get done is better than nothing. And that's kind of my philosophy with cleaning. Yeah, it would be great to clean the whole house so it's pristine, but in reality, when do we ever have the whole time, the whole day given to us to clean all day and do nothing else? I very rarely get that. I get a lot of my cleaning done in these little bursts. And if I'm honest with you, most of the cleaning that I get done isn't even in power hours. So most of the filmed, like, clean with me videos I do are power hours. Most of the actual cleaning I get done in real life is more like my kind of microwave minutes, I call them. Like a few minutes here, a few minutes there. And then it's not even long enough to get the camera out. So that's Zara's room. Look, it's not perfect, but it is better than it was. And the bed's now clean. So it's been vacuumed, dusting, little bit of dusting, not all the surfaces, but that table where she like sits and does stuff, bit cleaner. So we're going to move on to Bella's room now and just get a bit of vacuuming done. I need to get under that desk, so I need to pull out that beanbag, which is full of soft toys as it goes. Soft toys storage, if you've got a bit of a problem with it, get your soft toys into a beanbag, and it's just a really good way to store them. It's not as perfectly comfortable as an actual beanbag full of beans, but it's a darn good way of storing things. Yeah, so microwave minutes. Most of my cleaning is done when I go into the bathroom and think, ugh, sink's a bit gross. And I grab some cleaning products, which I keep in the bathroom incidentally for this very reason. And I give the sink a quick wipe over while I'm in there. Or I see, my side of the bed, my nightstand's disgusting. Think, ugh, grab a cloth, which I keep either in the bathroom or there's a box in my bedroom. Give it a quick wipe over. Same with my dressing table or whatever. Wiping up in the kitchen, every time we prepare food, we just give it a quick wipe. Wiping up at the table, we just do that quickly after every meal. So most of the cleaning isn't done when it's like time to clean. It's more like just as we go. As I go around the place, I've got little handheld vacuum cleaners, which most of the vacuuming is done with that. So for example, under the table, after a meal, I send one of the children, go and grab the vacuum cleaner for mummy, and then we just literally vacuum up the actual crumbs that have been made. By the way, I'm giving up on vacuuming that mat that's in my hand. Clearly the vacuum cleaner just wants to suck it up. It doesn't want to be vacuumed, but they're machine washable, so I could literally just shove those in the washing machine. I will do that later after the bedding is out of the machine. So that's Bella's room. Not perfect, but better. Now has a clean, she's got clean sheets to get into, and it's just marginally better than it was, which is an improvement on not doing it at all. I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, my bedroom. Now, I'm not normally a big fan of doing multiple beds in one day because it creates a bit of a backlog of laundry. But sometimes life happens and you plan to do one day, one another day, and stuff happens, stuff gets in the way, you don't get it all done. So as it happens, I don't like doing all the beds in one day because it creates this laundry backlog, but I'm breaking my own rule and doing that today because all the beds need doing and I've just been procrastinating. Can't speak. Sorry guys. Okay, so stripping off my bed. This is a king size bed, so it's a bit more of a workout than doing the children's beds because it's just that much more of a faff, isn't it? One of the king size sheets we've got is actually a super king from the old house, so it doesn't fit the bed properly. It's kind of oversized for it, but I think, do you know what, just tuck it under a little bit, it's fine, no one even cares. Again, I'm not doing the liner bottom sheet protectors today. I will do those next time, which goes hand in hand with the doing too much washing today, so that's fine. So again, I keep our bedding in our room because that's where it goes. So it's just one less hassle thing. Oh, see, this is the sheet I was talking about, isn't it? Can you see on the right hand side of the screen, it's hanging off the bed. That's because it doesn't really fit, but you know it'll do. It's a bottom sheet and no one's going to see it. I mean, apart from the thousands of people watching this on the internet. Didn't think that through, did I? So no one technically will see it. Let's just pretend you guys didn't see that, and it's fine then, isn't it? It's fine. So if you have this happening in your house and you used to have a bigger bed and now you've got a smaller bed, you could use the bigger sheet and no one would know, but I've just told everyone. Okay, we're going to move on from that. So getting the bedding out. Now don't judge me, I don't iron bedding. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. I don't have time in my life to iron bedding. I have got a little hack which I'm going to do to make it look less creased and also smell good. It's going to button it up, and then I'm going to use this Lenore crease releaser. Not sponsored, but I love it. It smells really good. Word of warning. Word of warning. Do not spray this stuff onto like hard floors, laminate and things. Not that you would do that on purpose, but when you are spraying it, be careful of it landing on laminate floors and things. It turns hard floors into ice rings, and I've actually had people messaging me going, really need to be careful with that stuff. And here's a picture of my child with a broken arm after they slipped on the stuff. So I think it comes with a warning on it now actually. It's carpeted in our upstairs area, so it's not really dangerous. But if you do have hard floors, laminates and things like we do downstairs, be super careful, please guys. It's really slippery. But it's brilliant stuff. It really does. What I do is I just spread it on the bed and then I kind of, I don't know, just smooth it out. And it does, it smooths out in front of your very eyes. It's clever witchcraft stuff, but I love it. See, that's fine. We're going to stick some bit more on the pillows, just smooth it out. And the creases just drop. And then, you know, most of my bed is covered with throws and pillows anyway. So if I just spent ages ironing all that and then covering it up, what would be the point? That's my question. What would be the point? So do you remember how we talked about how bedside tables can get a bit icky and dusty? And sometimes that's something I will grab a cloth and clean. Well, we're gonna just wipe over my husband's bedside table now because I've noticed how grim it is. Look at that. Ugh. Ugh, gross. So disgusting. So we're gonna wipe over that one and just pretend that's not quite as grim as, oh no, gross. Yeah, that's an embarrassing amount of dust. But this is reality. We're not gonna hide the truth from you here, guys. This is what happens in houses. You know, not the perfection that the internet will show you. Some places get dusty and our house gets dusty. And I feel like as soon as I've cleaned from one end to another, then, you know, the other side is dusty and gross again. So that's my husband's bedside table. Let's have a go at mine. How dusty is mine? Not as dusty as his, because clearly I must have done the thing at some point where I went, oh, that's gross. And so it is dusty, don't get me wrong. But I must have given this an intermittent clean and a little quick wipe over. Sometimes I just grab a tissue and just whoosh, wipe it over because I can see something and I've only got 2 secs, so I just wipe it over. Yeah, so this is still dusty. It's just not as dusty. That's the thing, isn't it? Okay, so we've done a little bit of dusting. Should we just quickly wipe over my dressing table while I've got this cloth out? Is that a good idea before we get the vacuum cleaner? Because we're running, you know, we're running low on time now. I've got to get on with other things. Power hour's coming to an end. So let's just give this a quick wipe over as well. And now it's time to vacuum. So let's get vacuuming. You can see in the very corner of the screen, well, it's in the corner of the mirror, I've actually got some cases and things there. That is because this was filmed shortly before we're heading off on a Disney trip to Disneyland Paris. So if you're not yet subscribed to my Mummy of 4 Does Disney channel and you like Disney vlogs, then head over there and check it out because we have got lots of those vlogs coming for you. So just vacuuming the hall. We've done Bella's room, done William's room, done the hall. Then there you go. Let's see what we've done. Bella's room, cool. Our room, done. Well, better than it was. Zara's room, cool. Let's take this stuff downstairs and get the washing sorted. Oh, and that's how much gunge we collected in the vacuum cleaner. I told you it was going to be embarrassing. So let's get the bedding that came out of the washing machine into the dryer. Get rid of the dryer fluff, very important for keeping your drying economical and also non-hazardous for fire and such things. Important to empty the fluff filter. Get another load on, and that's the power hour done. Thanks so much for joining me for another speed clean. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all those YouTubey things, and I shall see you guys soon. Bye!